Just a quick warning before the video starts, there are manga spoilers in this video, so if you've not caught up on the manga, close this video. 1043. Wow, this was an amazing chapter. So much story significance was happening in this chapter. The revelation of Luffy being Joy Boy, what the true nature of his devil fruit is, and how this all links into Zoro. I'm going to cover all these topics in this video, so make sure to stay tuned and watch the entire video. Okay, to start the video, we're going to talk about Luffy being Joy Boy. Nearing the end of a chapter after Luffy's defeat by Kaido, Kaido announced that Luffy was dead, which I believe he actually was dead. We're going to talk more about this later. After stating that Luffy died, Kaido ordered that Momonosuke surrender and that he gives up his dream of becoming the shogun of the Wano country. After that, Zunisha states that Joy Boy has returned. That's right, Joy Boy has returned. Now this is an extremely big revelation for this story. Luffy being Joy Boy has been hinted at and foreshadowed for the past 20 years in this story. I believe that there is a certain process that someone becomes Joy Boy, but we're going to talk more about that later. But first, to clear some stuff out, how did Luffy exactly become Joy Boy? Now this is an interesting topic because Kaido has always stated that it is his wish to die. I think that to become Joy Boy you must die. Hence why the first time Luffy and Kaido fought, Kaido used his Thunder Bagua against Luffy and thought he died. Hence why he said, "You can't be Joy Boy." Okay, but what does that mean for the story? This means that the story can progress way further at an extremely faster rate, as we've got one of the greatest mysteries in this story cleared up already. Now, to those who think that Luffy being Joy Boy was an asshole, it really was not. This has been hinted at all throughout the story that Luffy is going to be Joy Boy. For example, back at Fishman Island when Madame Charlie stated that a certain man in a straw hat will destroy Fishman Island, and that was Luffy. And then during that exact same arc, Robin also read the poneglyph that was on Fishman Island, and it was a letter from Joy Boy apologising to Fishman Island. Now what he was apologising for, I don't know. We can talk about that in a later video. Okay, to further add on to the point that Luffy being Joy Boy and Sun God Nika has been hinted at all throughout the story. In an interview, someone asked Oda what his 3 favourite panels from the story were. These 3 panels were: the one panel from Skypiea where Luffy is dancing after killing Enel. The one panel from Saobody where Usopp is rubbing resin, I'm going to get into that later, on Robin's leg. And then the last panel is the intro for Wano country. And now, why exactly are these 3 important? Well, the first panel, that hints to Luffy being Sun God Nika, as later on in the story, Sun God Nika was revealed and his pose was extremely similar to the pose Luffy was making in that panel. This further supports the theory that Luffy is Sun God Nika as well as Joy Boy. Well, that is unless Sun God Nika isn't Joy Boy, but I think Sun God Nika is Joy Boy. And now to talk about the true nature of the Gomu-Gomu no Mi. Or should I say the resin fruit. Luffy's fruit being resin and not rubber was hinted at in the last panel of this chapter. Resin is a sticky-like substance that can grow on trees and that has some of the properties of rubber. Back in chapter 1041, Kaido stated that rubber should not be able to move like this. That's because Luffy is not rubber. He is not made out of rubber, he's made out of resin, and that resin is beginning to melt as his fruit is beginning to awaken. This is Luffy's awakening, and the fact that one of Oda's favourite panels in the story was Usopp rubbing resin on Robin's leg further adds to the point because 2 of the 3 of his favourite panels have already had great significant ties to the story, and his last favourite panel being the opening scene to Wano all suggests that all this is going to be revealed in Wano. But how does this all link to Zoro? Well, as we all know, Zoro was falling off the island until Frankie saved him, as a Grim Reaper-like figure appeared before him. I believe this Grim Reaper-like figure is the personification of his sword, Enma, the King of Hell. And I believe he has to fight this Grim Reaper to fully unlock the potential of Enma and become the King of Hell. Anyways guys, that wraps up today's video. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm just a YouTuber trying to start out, so if you want to support me, make sure to like, subscribe and comment. Bye.